Hey, I am joining you from the pond, and I'm going to talk very briefly about what happened to me here in September. I know I mentioned a couple of health issues, and this is the acute one I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the chronic one because I find it really stresses me out to listen to other people's health stories. So I'm just going to leave that by the wayside. So in the pandemic, and I will have put a trigger warning before this. Please skip forward. I will put a timestamp here where you can skip forward if you don't want to hear about this, because it's not much fun. But I'm okay. I just want to say that during the pandemic, I have become very interested in birding. As you know, I've got some new binoculars. I take a walk every morning and sometimes in the afternoon as well. And I love to come down here because we get a lot of cool birds. And this is about half a mile from my house. So I do a loop and it's about maybe 2 miles almost total. So I do that once or twice a day. And anyway, I've actually made this a hotspot on ebird.org, and so I can sort of submit bird lists, and I'm getting way off topic. Okay, this is about what happened to me here in September. Just briefly, I was attacked by a dog and my left hand was injured, and it was a really random thing and unprovoked from my point of view, but not from the dog's point of view. And it was really traumatic. And I had 3 puncture wounds and a laceration on my palm. So I've been desensitizing myself by continuing to come here every day so that this great spot is not taken away from me, basically, in terms of enjoyment. So the heron hunts here, kingfishers, hooded mergansers, mallards, Canada geese, of course. Not many here today, but lately there's been a flock of about 30, including a cackling goose. But anyway, all that to say, my hand has been healing. It happened September 10th. It has taken a long time, and during the actual skin healing portion of that healing, I was told basically to bandage my hand and not move it, and that resulted in incredibly stiff fingers, in particular these two. This is not my wedding ring. My hand therapist has told me give it a year before the swelling goes back to normal. Well, the swelling goes down and my hand is back to normal. I still can't get my wedding ring on. I was lucky not to have it cut off. I got it off just in time with the help of the EMTs who helped me that day. American crow. There has been a hawk just over here this morning, and he's flown away. He was being harassed by the crows. It was a red-shouldered hawk. But I was wearing that gigantic sun hat I sewed this summer, and I'm pretty sure that's what set the dog off. So what healed the stiffness, and I lost all range of motion in these 2 fingers, and the exercises I was given were kind of depressing because they were incredibly painful. The nerves in the hand are exquisitely sensitive because of what we do with our hands. And I was really lucky that no tendons or muscles, well, there were some muscles potentially involved, but no tendons or bones were injured. So what saved me, I'm terrible at this, what saved me was another hat. What saved the range of motion, the fingers, I should say. This is De Crofter's Kep, and it is it was a Shetland Wool Week pattern from this year. I'm gonna insert a picture of the crown because it's stunning. But those exercises that were really depressing because they hurt, I just kind of thought to myself, why don't I do some Fair Isle? And that will engage that left hand and those fingers in a way that I've always loved. So I did. I knit this hat, and it took a while. I did this in October, I think, but my range of motion is so much better. And I find that when I don't knit color work for a few days, I feel some stiffness creeping back in, especially to those 2 fingers. So I used Rauma Gammelserie for the main color, and then a variety of Jameson and Smith, and I think I have a Ross Farm Shetland in here as well. So that's the story of me and my dog bite, my dog hand, I'm calling it. And yeah, I hadn't realized that it started and continued with 2 different hats. Thanks for listening.